are welcome to another episode of Spill the Tea with Kashanti.
See,
And
and it's a girl Dara, yeah.
and guess who is happy to be here? Me! Guess who is happy to be having another episode? Moi, I said back to back, and I am giving you back to back.
Yeah, and today
So
we're gonna talk about something we've all experienced, but don't wanna talk about friendship. The good, the bad, the pain, and everything it involves. So grab your tea or your snacks, sit back, and let's get real into it. And we're gonna talk about it.
is friendship overrated? Like that is a very crazy topic. I did like a brief survey. I asked people on my status and on my IG that is friendship overrated, and I kept on saying yes, it's overrated. Yes, only one person said no, it is not overrated, and I agree with the person. It is not overrated. I hope after today's episode, you would see why friendship is not overrated. But believe me, we are all um entitled to our own opinions. I'm just here voicing my own opinion, and I hope you see reasons with me. And if not, do you? Today's episode is gonna be a little bit different. I have questions written down in this box. Anyways, you can get this box from Kashanti Gland and surprise it. But I have questions written in this box, and I'm going to answer each and every one of them after picking randomly. Yes.
So firstly, is it possible to love your friends but still outgrow them? Absolutely. Yes. Outgrowing a friend doesn't mean you don't love them anymore. It just means that your paths, your priorities, and values have changed. But you can still love them and still realize that the friendship no longer fits who you're becoming. But I can't lie, that's painful.
Question. I speak this. So it says, have you ever had a friendship breakup? What caused it? Yes, I've had a friendship breakup. Now, man. No, calm down. I would never erase that word. So I have a friend. We were pretty very close. In fact, when you see me, you see that person. When you see that person, you see me. If you don't see us together, one person is not around, most definitely means the other person will just be staying in one place. And so normal now, we gist about people, not gossip, believe me, gist about people and stuff. So there's this one guy we both gist about and literally do not like this person because, let me say, the values this person upholds is quite different from ours, and we are disgusted by those values that he upholds. And then all of a sudden, this person that we both talk about, my friend, likes the person and suddenly wants me to accept this person disregarding my values and try to be friends with this person. Note, I'm not enemies with this person, but we are not friends like that. It's just a normal greeting and stuff because we can't mix together. It was before that we could mix when your values were still, you know what I'm saying. But now the values are not in cooperation, so I cannot fake to be friends with you. You understand what I'm trying to say? And then I was just wanting to know why, by force by fire, he wants me to be friends with this same person we don't like. And then one person just, I saw somebody one day and the person was just sitting with me. I was like, do you even know about this person and your friend? I'm like, no. And this person showed me evidence. And so, like a normal person would do, I went to comfort her and just asked about opinion. She didn't know I know the truth. I just asked randomly. And then you lied to me. And after she lied to me, I just left it. I just kept on waiting to connect the dots. And when everything finally opened, I'm like, we just parted ways. At the end of the day, the man left her. Or she left the man. I don't know which of them. But that was when, I know it pained me. Like, first, you hide something from me. Second, you try to make me be an hypocrite. We both talk about this person. And then you want me to suddenly be friends with this person. So, we just sort of departed.
2. Why do some friendships feel more draining than uplifting when there's an imbalance? For example, when one friend is always giving and the other is always taking, there'll be that friendship will begin to feel like emotional chore. And also when your energy goes and emotional maturity shifts and theirs doesn't, then you feel that doesn't feed your spirit any longer. And that's when the friendship becomes draining than uplifting. Yeah.
Number two, do friendship have to last forever to be considered real? No. This is a very big no. They do not have to last forever. Not everybody is supposed to be in your life till you die. Some people are just passengers. But what determines if it's real, it's how they passed you through your life, like their impacts when they were in your life. I have friends who I suddenly stopped talking to them. Not because I hate them, not because we had an issue. We just weren't talking anymore. Doesn't mean the friendship was not real. Doesn't mean we had an issue or something. We just grew apart. But when we see each other, we relate and stuff like that. And they are always considered as real friends to me. Because I wasn't fake to them. And to the best of my knowledge, they were not fake to me. We kept it real with each other till when we outgrew each other. And so there was no drama, nothing, just the time and the purpose they have in your life was over. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
3. What does friendship mean to you personally? To me, friendship means intentional love, showing up for each other with honesty, support, and joy, even especially when life is tough. And is also a space where you can show your raw self and you still be accepted, celebrated, and loved, and also corrected. So that's what friendship means
I'm
to
trying to
me.
say. I'm trying not to talk too much. That's why we're trying to stick with questions here. Let's see. Why do some friendship feel more draining than uplifting? I think the moment you realize that friendship are actually just relationship but platonic, you would take your friends more serious and intentional. Friendship is way beyond you are my friend and more of I'm ready to be there for you even when it feels like no one is. Stop tagging friends as casualties. Stop making them look like the only importance that should be in your life is relationship. There are also relationships, just platonic. So you really should owe them dear because when your romantic relationship fails, you're going to need to fall back on one thing or one relationship, and that should be your platonic ones. And so when they begin to feel draining and uplifting, you give more than they give to you. I personally cannot be friends with someone who has no benefits to me because I'm very sure I'm going to be a lot of benefit to you. Why? Because one thing that makes me choose you as a friend is common interest. One thing that makes me choose you as a friend is, oh, I randomly like you and I feel like to an extent you have a sense of reason and something that we can reason on. So therefore, you can be beneficial to me and I can be beneficial to you. That way we both grow together. And so you should not only be beneficial to your friends as they are beneficial to you, you should also be intentional with them. When you are not intentional about your friends, they feel drained because it feels like they are the only one putting energy and effort into keeping the friendship, and that's why if they don't reach out to you, nobody talks again. I have a particular friend that we kind of fell apart after one kind of issue, but still she keeps on calling me every month. I mean, January, February, March, April, May, like about 3 years ago, that was when we stopped like being like that was when we had a fallout. So the year after, that was let's say 2 years ago, she called me January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Her phone spoiled. She reached out to me in her mother's phone. And then I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? A year went by. Last year, She reached out to me January, February, March, April. There was a month I noticed this person has not called me. I called her. Not because of I feel like is it me that sent that message? We are not friends again. But because she has shown a sign of, I admit that what happened between us I was wrong, one. But I am ready to make amends and be more intentional with you. And so when she started, she didn't have to say it. She showed it, and I reciprocated. So when I don't hear from her, I just call her. Oh, how are you doing? I realize I've not heard from you in a while, and I decided to check up on you and everything like that, like that. And so it wasn't looking like she's just it's uplifting. So to be intentional about your friends, to not be drained. Don't just pour into cups. Make sure those cups are pouring into you too. It might not be the same thing. We are not in our friend's life for the same purpose. I tell my friends, few of them, that each and every one of you are not in my life for the same thing. The fact that we might have relatable means does not mean I can come to you with the same issues. There are some people that I reach out to for spiritual issues, um, academics, financial, emotional. I have like literally I have one person for each areas of my life, and then others just round the circle like that. You get, and so the fact that they are beneficial to me emotionally does not mean I'm beneficial. In fact, I'm a bad person emotionally. And so I find other ways to balance it. Okay, if they are there for me when I'm down, where else can I be there for them? Why being me? So when we find a balance, be intentional about each other, be beneficial to one another, we do not feel drained. Rather, we feel uplifted rather. And so the reason why some friendship feels draining or more than uplifting is because not only you they intentional, not only you they beneficial, not only you they help them. Voila, if you don't call them today, they no go call you at all. I'm here to tell you the truth. And that is why every time or every year, I do that every year, you need to shuffle your circle. Last year, those that were in my inner circle are not the one in my inner circle this year at all. Doesn't mean we are not friends. It just means the purpose of them being in my life for that particular situation has elapsed. So now they are still in my life, but for other areas of my life, probably just for fun, or hanging out, or other areas that I am yet to discover.
And four, would you say you're a good friend? Why or why not? I would say I try to be, because I listen and I apologize, but I'm not a perfect friend. I make mistakes a lot. I can't lie. I make mistakes a lot. And because being a good friend is a journey, and it's not about you being perfect, it's about you willing to go, apologize, and love people in a way that they'll feel safe and
Let's
real.
go to another question. I think I took too much of our time. Now, do you believe loyalty in friendship is sometimes overrated? No. In fact, loyalty in friendship is underrated. I'm loyal to my friends to the core. If they are not loyal to me, that's on them. Like, if they choose to betray my trust, that's on them. I have a particular friend that if the person says go, if the person says I go, I believe that the person went. In fact, I believe that it's I go that person said. I feel like I don't trust people 100% does not mean I won't be loyal or expect loyalty from them. Now, this particular friend that I believed Ekene, I later realized 6 months later this person comes and like so some of the things I said last year regarding this particular thing was not true. I didn't totally lie to you, but like I didn't tell you the complete truth and everything. And I felt very heartbroken. It broke my trust. See, you can lie to everybody, but one thing that makes me lose um trust in a particular friendship. It's the moment you lie to me. And the reason why I do not let myself think that loyalty is overrated in friendship is because if I do, it will begin to affect my relationship with other people. And then I would now start to even not be loyal to them because one person wasn't. Now, when I heard this, I started to doubt what some people told me. I started to double check what they said and try to see if I mean one way or the other they was proud. And inferiority complex came in that, oh, can I even trust anybody anymore? Can my friends even tell me the truth anymore? Would they lie to me or something? But then at some point I'm like, they're not the same. That person chose to lie to me, chose to betray my trust. Does not mean every other person would. And that's why you should be loyal and intentional about friends. If you're intentional about them, hurting them will be the last thing on your mind. And that would help you be loyal to them. So, loyalty in friendship is not overrated. Please, let's stop allowing social media paint the picture of what our lives of friendship should look like. The fact that your favorite creator's friendship broke apart does not mean your friends are fake. The moment you allow them paint that picture in your head, you begin to have more expectation or less expectations from your friends. Oh, this person had a fallout. You start to expect less from your friends and start to have negative thought about who they are, and then start to forget everything that you all have been through together and start to doubt their loyalty to you. As much as you are loyal to them, they also owe you loyalty. But if they do not, that's on them, not you. And so when you let social media paint the image of friendship to you, you yourself become the problem, not them. Please, loyalty is not overrated. Friendship is not overrated. For God's sake, these are your future connections. These are those that are going to stand by you. Not all of them, but few of them are going to be beside you at your sick bed. In fact, when you are dying. So yes, you owe your friends loyalty the same way they owe you loyalty. And if they don't stay loyal to you, then that's on them, not you. You shouldn't change your perspective on friendship because of a few friendship that it wasn't even your own friendship, but probably it's just somebody's own that is so like that fell apart and just you automatically fall apart.
How do you know when a friendship is no longer healthy? When you feel anxious before seeing them, or you feel constantly small or judged after every interactions, and when there's constant drama and jealousy, lack of respect, because healthy friendship make you feel safe, seen, and supported. But yeah, in every friendship there will always be a fight or argument, but that doesn't mean it will be so bad that it's going to ruin your feelings. You get what I mean? Yeah, there will always be fights in every friendship, but that doesn't mean it will make you feel less of yourself or feel bad of yourself.
Now,
So yeah.
what advice would you give someone currently dealing with a toxic friendship? Leave. Friendship should be intentional. Friendship should be built on loyalty. Friendship should be built on wanting to grow together, not competition. Friendship should be collaboration and not competition. And so therefore, if you are in a toxic friendship where you give more than the other, or you give your loyalty and the other person feels like, what the hell, leave.
Hmm. Have you ever had a friendship breakup? What caused it? Okay. I'll say the one that happened recently this month. So basically, I was called a gaslighter, and talking to me was like a stress because that's the way it was placed, and I got blocked. So yeah, because the both of us, we were not trying to understand each other. We were not trying to like come to conclusion or like forgive each other for what happened. So the other person decided, you know what, let's just end it. And yeah, we ended it, and I got blocked. Like, but it's fine. So that's what that's what happened.
Let's go on a quick break and we'll see you when we are back. No, I want to say something.
She's back. What about you? Yes, you.
ayé ẹ má ná iṣan pọ̀ jù iṣan ti pọ̀ jù ọlá ìjàkíjàkí.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed our quick break. That is me advertising two of the brands that I am involved with. Kashanti Glam and Surprises and Fa14. As much as your friends should not always support your business, me, I did support my friend's business. I feel like we are supposed to support each other's business only if the values do not like sit well with us. That's the only reason why you should not support your friend's business. But I really feel it's your decision though. Next question. Should friendship be conditional or unconditional? When it's conditional, it's a transaction. It's not friendship. When it's unconditional, whether or not they are providing you with that thing that makes you become friend with them, you will still be friends with them. If it's because of money, you are friends with your friend. When they don't have money, you don't be friends again. But if you have other personal values that drew you to them, when they begin to lack those values, you yourself begin to remind them why they had those values. And that's why it should be unconditional, not transactional, not conditional. I can only be your friend if you move with this person. Get out.
Should friends always support your business or also they don't have to buy but support in many ways. For example, they can repost, they can encourage, and they can give honest feedback, and they can help you advertise your hustle. And because if someone claims to be your friend and never shows up in any way, or is supportive or is not supportive in any way, then you have to rethink: is that actually my friend? Or like, so yeah, you should always support in any way. It's not every time you must always buy. No, you can support. You can bring in more customers. You get for the persons also. So yeah.
Next question. Is friendship totally necessary or just a societal construct? It is not necessary. It is not necessary to have friends, but it is important to have friends. And it is not a societal construct because society is not allowed to paint a picture of how our friendships should look like. You all want your friendship to all be roses. You all are not ready to tell each other the truth. And that's why at the slightest opportunity that you see something on social media, oh, fuck female friends. Oh, female friends are bad. That's why I don't have female friends. Male friends were like, shut up. Oh, be conscious of your friends. Be intentional about them. Friendship is not overrated. Rather, it is very underrated. You all be playing with a lot of important things. You all be caring too much about unimportant things and leaving the things that actually value at the end of life. When push comes to shove, which of your material things will stand with you? None. The only thing or person that will stand with you is either your family or your friend. So if you like, waste your life on social media. Don't have intentional friends. Don't have good friends. They chase clouds. They gather fake friends. In fact, be the fake friend self. Your sick bed, your deathbed with them. Is friendship harder? Are friendship harder to maintain as you grow older? Yes, my dear. Because you were friends from childhood and you grew and talked to each other every day does not mean they are becoming more mature with you. In fact, you might be the only one becoming mature, and then they grow at a slower pace, and so some attitudes irritate you easily, and then when you try to let them know that okay, understand that you have not grown to this level of maturity yet, but with this stage that you are, you need to like understand things from this place too. You understand what I'm trying to say? Also, it takes grace and God to maintain friendship as we grow older. I have a particular friend right now that It's looking like before the year runs out, we will not be friends again because she thinks I'm against her. But in all honesty, I'm not. I just feel she has not grown to a particular stage, even though her age is growing to her stage. And so the fact that we are in the same age group, same field, does not mean we grow mentally at the same pace. So therefore, try to understand the pace they are growing and come to their level. And if you need to go to their level, you to go to their level. So the older we get, the more the maintenance becomes harder, but also becomes easier because you tend to understand more and tend to know how to handle people better. So I think with this, I hope with this viewpoint of mine, I've been able to make you see reasons why friendship is so underrated right now, and it is not overrated. I hope these few questions I answered have opened your eyes or ears or mind to being intentional, trying to balance your friendship and having a wholesome friendship. Thank you.
That's it for today's episode, fam. If you're dealing with friendship changes, just know it's okay to go and it's okay to choose yourself. And if the topic touched you in any way, don't forget to like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Stay solid, stay real. We love
Number
you,
one, if
fam.
you have not
See you
watched the
guys.
last video, you don't know what you're missing. Please go and watch it. If you have not watched the one before that, please go and watch it. And when you watch, please comment, like, share. Give me a little bit of confidence booster. You understand what I'm trying to say? And tell all your friends that Spirit T is back and she ain't going nowhere. Do you understand that? Good.
See you guys in our next episode. Bye.